Be right though.
Yeah, I guess.
The thing is like you said it in a tense of like they're wrong on thinking that, but they're right though.
I mean, depends who you ask.
Who else would you ask?
I'm beloved by our 3 fans.
But
It's
by
probably
your
more like 1.
no, they probably think you're like a raging racist.
Hey,
That's probably I wouldn't call that beloved.
is that a bad thing?
Being a racist? Very much
Yeah.
so. Yes, very much so.
Okay. I mean, some people. There's some beloved racists out there.
What the fuck? Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Mm.
We love them. We love them. Maybe this email will come fast. Hopefully.
Hope something comes fast.
I knew that joke was going to be like made. I was just hoping that you wouldn't register it, but you did instantly. I should have like saw that one coming, but
Yeah, I mean,
oh, there we go again. Damn it. Fuck.
I just can't help myself. This freaking game, terrible.
The new COD.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not really new anymore, but
Oh,
correct.
I thought you were talking about the new one because the new one just dropped, didn't it?
Just the campaign.
Which you're a big fan of.
I haven't played a campaign since the original Modern Warfare 2.
Since you were 2 years old.
Yeah, since I was in 7th grade.
So last year. Got it. That was last year, right?
Pretty close.
Okay. Stacy's mom.
Ah, shoot.
Great. I love when my dog barks. It's great. It's like very entertaining.
At least your dog's still alive.
Oh, the one that could barely fucking breathe and was blind and shit? Is that the one you're referring to?
She could breathe. She was just blind and deaf.
Just blind and deaf.
It was the best thing that ever happened to her.
What?
Yeah, becoming, well, not the blind part.
Yeah.
Death.
the best thing that ever could happen to her.
Yeah, her turning deaf was like the best thing ever for her, because she was so scared of everything, like thunder and stuff.
Like you're scared of everything as well.
I guess.
You're scared of your own shadow at times.
Yeah, it's that black person that follows me, right?
Oh my god.
That's the best joke in Anchorman 2. Come on.
No, you can't just throw it on a movie. Something that's racist is racist.
That's literally
something that is racist is racist. No,
2.
I don't care if you're quoting someone; it's still racist, Zach.
It's literally the best scene in that movie.
Of course.
I know it's not a great movie by any means, but
okay, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the monthly recap. We are back for October, spooky month. We are here. We're gonna go through the movies we watched. Of course, conversations diverge from there, and then maybe rank top 5 horror movies. I don't know if you need more leeway to do that, Zach, but I could do it probably on the top of my head. But
I'd have to think about it.
Oh, okay. Well, you can think about it. We have plenty of time. Okay, so let's talk about the first one that I watched this month, and that would be Frankenstein from 1931. Uh, then I watched Bride of Frankenstein, 1935. 4 years later.
I refuse to watch these movies.
Okay, you can do that. I was watching these because of commentary. I wasn't sitting down with a bucket of popcorn watching this shit. I was just like, I want to watch it. With the commentary, so I did. You know, I didn't really give them a star rating because I don't know what to rate them. But yeah, so I watched those. Nothing much to say there. Then I watched Dreamin' Wild, which was a movie that I was very excited for once I saw the trailer for, which is based off a true story, has Casey Affleck. Surprised he got a role because I thought he got canceled, but anyways.
It was Oppenheimer.
He was? Casey Affleck was in Oppenheimer?
For some reason I thought he was.
I think you're smoking something. I don't remember him in that at all.
It was like a very small, you know how that movie was. They had a bunch of small. I'm pretty sure he was in it. Yeah. Yep. He played Posh.
Oh yeah, now I remember him. Yeah, that name brings a lot of memories. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, he was one that popped up when it was like, oh, Dane DeHaan's in this movie. Oh, Casey Affleck. Oh, blah blah blah.
I miss Dane DeHaan. He's a good actor. I'm like one of the few people that liked Valerian in 1,000 Planets.
I like the visuals.
Okay. So yeah, Dreamin' Wild, which is based off a true story where these, as kids, they made this album. This album like got released, but no one bought it. Then years later, some dude finds it and is like, "Hey, I'm gonna make you big."
Oh.
So that's what it is. I find the music very interesting. The movie was unique on its emotion approach, but overall it just felt like a very generic movie. The acting was good, but it was just basic as hell, which sucks because I was very excited for it. But it has like a Zoe Deschanel in it with Casey Affleck, and has Noah Jupe in there, who I really like as a young actor, as Jet Dylan Grazer as well. So like, yeah, it was okay. I gave it 3.5 stars. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone though. Then I watched Coraline. I did a rewatch of Coraline. Why does it say that it's not a rewatch? I've seen this movie before.
You failed.
I fixed it. Okay. Yeah, Coraline is a movie I've been my best friend's favorite movie. So like I've been needing to rewatch it for a while beyond like Halloween. But it was like, okay, it's Halloween time, so I'll just fucking watch it now. So I watched it. Very good. No flaws in this movie. It's just very entertaining. It's beautiful. It's iconic for a reason. Huh? Yeah, but nice. Yeah. Very iconic. I loved it. It was fantastic. Then I watched Blue Beetle.
Makes one of us.
I love this movie. It's fantastic. It proves why DC is better than Marvel. I will say that. I have been saying that for years. It's unique in its approach with the family
it's not
aspect.
cinema, right?
Okay, Marty, calm down. Calm down, Marty. But I really enjoyed this movie. I thought Zolo did a fantastic job as a lead. The soundtrack was unique, which I thought it needed to be for like this story that's being told. The family's great. That added to that. Yes, it's generic and it's superhero stuff, but what is it nowadays that's superhero, right? Like you have to do something very drastic and different to be new. And that's what the Batman did. But that was like a completely style change. But they were trying to.
Was it new?
Yes. It was.
It?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're just saying that because you didn't like the movie.
I like the movie. I just don't think it's as. I mean, I guess it's has unique takes, but I think most, not most, but a handful of recent superhero movies have done that too.
Okay, the setting to that movie is very unique. The freaking the main character barely speaks in the movie. It's very dark. Like it's very less comedic than most superhero movies. Like that was unique in its approach. Like, are you gonna mention like the Joker? But that's still DC.
Oh, I mean, it didn't. It felt pretty. It just felt similar to other movies. That's what I'm just saying.
You're just defending your little Marvel, your little baby boy Marvel, even though their content has been going down the shit recently.
I mean, it's not. It's one of those. Like I said, I like the movie, but I don't know if it's
unique. That's what you're saying.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like I said, most of them I think, have unique aspects.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought Blue Beetle was fantastic. I loved it. It's great. Might end up on my top 10 of the year. Next was Gran Turismo. And this is by far one of my favorite movies of the year. Like top 5. I love this movie. Soundtrack impeccable. Story that gets you hyped, so damn good. Like I love sports movies, so like you can get me anytime in these scenarios. I've mentioned that so many times. So like yes, you could be like, but wow, it's just a generic sports movie. Yeah, but I'm a sucker for those. Like the Ben Affleck basketball movie, I was so excited for that. So like yeah, just like this hit me exactly where I needed to be. I cried, which like saying I cried in a Gran Turismo movie is
I don't know if I tell people that.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. So yeah, that was definitely unique. To say that, and have that kind of feeling to it. But yeah, really fucking enjoyed it. I loved it. Very entertaining. And it has stuck with me too. I just really want to rewatch it.
Did you feel like the first like 15, 20 minutes, and it has to kind of be this way, but was like a commercial for Gran Turismo, the actual game?
Oh, 100%. Like everything with everything with Orlando Bloom is kind of weird at the very beginning. So like,
I didn't even realize that's Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, it is. Will Turner himself, the guy that married Katy Perry. Yeah, yeah, that was like it was like a weird car commercial is what it was, because he was like, oh, I need to go impress these guys at Nissan. And I'm like, no one thought Nissan was cool or badass ever, and you're trying to make that happen. But yeah, I love the movie. It was fantastic. Then I watched 2005's Cry Wolf. I made a video on this one on the Guideline channel. Usually around Halloween time, I try to watch new slashers that I've never seen before. This was one of them. We really wouldn't call it a slasher. It's like, it's 2005's Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is exactly what it is. Ugh. It's exactly what it is.
Is that stupid?
Yeah.
I just remember that twist of Bodies, 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 and I wanted to leave the theater.
Well, the movie was done. After that,
I know that. I guess that too.
Yeah, the movie was over by the time you found that out.
I was like, seriously?
It's like that, very much in the vein of that. It was okay. I gave it 2 stars. Then I watched Scary Movie. The spoof.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Man, this movie did not age well. It is disturbing how much of the jokes in here just do not work nowadays. And like the thing is that stuff where it ages, like it does affect my viewing to an extent now, and that goes to like books or whatever, any format. Like it does. Like,
you mean you don't hear the N-word and you're like, yes. I know this movie doesn't say the N-word. At least I don't think it does.
It does a bunch of gay jokes, like
Ah,
more than I've
that's the
ever
era.
seen.
That's the era.
Still, I just don't. Not for me. I guess not for me. I didn't give it any stars.
I kind of refuse to watch that one.
The
Supposedly
first
it's
one?
like still the I mean I've seen it
Yeah.
obviously like a long time ago, but like on rewatch, just because I'm like, if I'm gonna watch a movie that's making fun of horror movies, I'll just watch Scream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And literally, it's basically a
making fun
copy
of
of Scream. Yeah, it's literally a copy of Scream. There's some like funny moments, of course, but just like there's one character that's like gay in it, and it's just so over the top where it's not funny or anything. So it's like literally there's this dude that he gets killed by a glory hole. Like
That's the Waynes.
anyways. Then I watched Escape Room Tournament of Champions.
Oh.
For some, this movie's not good, but I really do enjoy it. Like I have a lot of fun with it. So
I think I own this one.
Yeah, I rewatched it. I saw this in theater. This was the first movie I saw after COVID. So that was interesting. But I enjoy it for what it is. Then I watched Urban Legend from 1998. A slasher, a new slasher I've never seen before. This one's really interesting, but also it kind of relies on you knowing what urban legends are and shit. And I didn't know any of them in this movie. So I was like, okay, like, am I supposed to know where this is going? It was kind of hard to tell. But yeah, the ending was okay. It was certainly a lot better than Cry Wolf. I gave it 3 stars out of 10. Not out of 10, fucking out of 5. Okay. Then I watched Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed.
What a classic.
I thought I enjoyed the first one least. No, I mean, I worded that awfully. I thought I enjoyed the second one more than the first forever. And then rewatching it now, I'm like, no, the first one is better. But yeah, I still enjoy it.
I rewatched the first one.
I've rewatched the first one more than I've rewatched the second, even though I thought I loved the.
Because I remember, I mean, obviously, I remember like the island and all that shit.
Scrappy Doo.
Oh yeah. But even as a kid, I think I liked the second one more. That's
but watching it now, it's not the case anymore, sadly. Then I rewatched Down to You, which is a Freddie Prinze Jr. movie from the early 2000s. I've seen it before. I just felt like rewatching it, so I did. It's not great, but I enjoy it. Then I watched Flora and Son, the new John Carney movie. I love John Carney's movies. I love listening to the soundtracks. Flora and Son is the same thing. It's fantastic. I really did enjoy it. Not as much as Sing Street, but it will be on my top 10.
It's his movie? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never heard this one before.
As Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. Yeah.
That's the first thing he's been in for a while, isn't it?
He did like a show called Mr. Coleman that was also on Apple TV.
Oh, the Apple, yeah.
It
failed.
Yeah. I miss him being the leading star of shit, dude. Like Premium Rush. I love that movie. Okay. Then I rewatched X from was that last year or the year before?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, maybe a year before.
I will stand. I think the X has one of the best soundtracks in years. Like probably like in the. I don't know. It's been a very long time how on point a soundtrack has been for me, and X was that, where like you could deep dive on any of the placements and they just work really well. I love X. I love this fucking movie. I didn't love Pearl as much, but I'm very excited for Christine or whatever it's called. The new.
I thought that already came out.
No, not yet.
Not.
No.
I didn't like X. I didn't even see Pearl.
Oh, okay.
No, I found X very stupid.
I loved it. It's great.
I mean, I like the nudity, I guess. I mean, that's about all I could say I liked about the movie.
Okay.
I mean, they're about strippers or whatever. I forget. Porn.
I'm moving on. Then I rewatched The Commitments, one of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah, just felt like rewatching it, so I did that. I felt like rewatching it after Flora and Son, so I just did that. Then I watched Totally Killer, the Sacha Pearl Raver written slasher movie.
I meant to watch that
on Amazon. It was good. It was okay. It's okay.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's okay. Nothing to write home about. I thought it was good, enjoyable, but it was okay. Then I watched a movie that I was terrified as a kid, called A Perfect Getaway, from 2009. It has Mila Jovovich, Steve Zahn, Chris Hemsworth, Timothy Oliphant. The cast is stacked. But as a kid in the movies, watching this trailer, the trailer made it seem like terrifying, this thing. So I was always scared of it. So I never watched it. And it came back to me around this time last month. So I watched it. It was a real slog to get through. It was just boring, man. It was just freaking boring. It's the best way to put it. It was just... I don't know why I was fucking scared of the fucking trailer, man. Like, no fucking clue. Yeah. So that was the experience. Next up, I did the Wangers' new short film Scare Tag. I watched that. It was good. Love supporting the Wangers. They're great. Then I watched Almost Famous. Fantastic movie. I love it. I love Cameron Crowe. Soundtrack's great, and I'm fully in love with I've been forgetting her name recently.
Kate Hudson.
Yeah, Kate Hudson. Thank you. Love Kate Hudson. She's amazing. Yeah. Then I watched From Justin to Kelly. Do you know this movie?
Nope.
This is the movie they made right after season 1 of American Idol with the 2 finalists, and they made like a romance movie musical.
Why would you watch this?
I've been always fascinated with it because I've heard about it. So I wanted to sit down and watch it. I watched it. Holy shit. This movie was awesome. I gave it a star, 1 star, because there was some catchy songs in there, maybe like 1 or 2. But everything else was shit. It was just very rough. Very, very rough to get through. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I watched...
I could imagine.
Yeah. Then I watched a Billie Eilish documentary, which I need to get to through Apple TV. That's been on my watch list for a while. Very good. I love Billie Eilish. She's a great singer. Just so fascinating how she works and how they made her not newest album, but the album before. Previous album. Very good, enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's good. One of the better like up and coming artist documentaries that they've been making a shit ton of recently for some reason. Like there's like a Miley Cyrus one, Selena Gomez one. There's so many. But this one was really good. Then I watched The Polar Express. Again,
a little early on that one.
Yeah, weirdly enough, so what happened, I was on my trip in the Netherlands, right? And we went to Germany for the weekend, and we went to the cathedral that's famous in Germany. And at this cathedral, I was sitting there, and then like a choir randomly came up, and they started basically just singing randomly. And for some reason, that got me thinking of the Polar Express. For some odd reason. So later that night, when I got back to the hotel, I watched Polar Express. Yeah. So yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen this. I mean, I've seen it, the whole movie, but not in like one sit. Like I've seen every part of it, but I don't think I've seen the quote unquote full movie. I know people complain about the animation.
Yeah, it's creepy, yeah. Okay, then I watched Happy Death Day to You and then Fright Night, which are some of my favorite horror movies. You know, it's Halloween, so I had to watch it.
I finally bought the first Happy Death Day.
So
it's
good.
coming in a few weeks.
Have you not
few
seen
weeks,
it?
few days. Nope. I own the second one, but I'm not gonna watch.
Yeah.
The
You're not
second
gonna do
one,
a
yeah.
barber shop. You're not gonna do a
No,
barber
I
shop.
thought about it, but then I was like, this. I think this is like a real sequel to the first one. So I'm like,
I really hope you like the movies because I
hope so too because he's directing the next Scream movie.
Yeah, is that the reason you bought it?
Partially.
Then I watched The Nightmare Before Christmas for the very first time in my life. This movie gets talked about so much, and I thought it was good. You know?
Yeah, people love that movie.
Yeah, I've never understand the love of it because none of the songs were really catchy to me. Besides, like the ones that are obviously known, you know.
I don't even know if I know any of the songs.
This
like
is
just
Halloween,
offhand.
Halloween. This is how you don't know that. Okay. Wow.
I don't think so. Maybe I don't.
What's this? There's no one in the air. There's that one. Too.
Yeah, I definitely don't know that one.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it was. I need to watch it eventually, so I did. Okay. Next up, I watched The Other Zoe, which is a new rom-com. I'd rather watch another movie. I'd rather watch another movie instead of The Other Zoe because, man, it was rough. Better than those after movies, but it was rough. It was rough. Didn't really care for it. Then I rewatched No Hard Feelings, the Jennifer Lawrence movie, because I wanted to know where it ranked in my top 10. Or like, well, originally was not in my top 10, but I would like when to rewatch it to make sure that's the case. And I did, and that's the case. It's not in my top 10. I love Jennifer Lawrence, but it's just kind of on the okay side for me. Yeah, it's pretty weak cheese. Then I watched Priscilla, the new Sofia Coppola movie. And if you know me at all, I love Sofia Coppola. I love Lost in Translation. I loved On the Rocks, the movie that came out that no one liked. From her.
Not many people like that one.
Yeah. This movie is so fucking good, Zach. Holy shit. I have a new crush, the girl that played Priscilla Presley. Like, holy shit. Yeah, my new crush. She is. And Jacob Elordi from the Kissing Booth fame, very good as Elvis. I thought he did better than Austin Butler, in my opinion. I thought this was a ton better than the Elvis movie, actually. The soundtrack was really good for the limitations they had because the estate,
it didn't get approved or whatever.
No, it did not get they did not use any Elvis music in the movie. The estate didn't allow it because he was talking negatively about Elvis. And I think they did it in the best way possible of talking about Elvis and stuff and his experience, where like it wasn't like, oh, Elvis is this creepy dude, which I was afraid that they were going to do that.
Racist or something.
Like a bunch of things, you know, but it was not that at all. It was very respectable and mainly dealt with like his anger issues and how the drugs were affecting him that he was taking, to like how controlling of a person he is. Those things were presented in a very respectable way that I thought like made it feel more real and authentic than the Elvis movie did. This is my
you never can talk bad about the biopic person. You know, if it's Queen, you can't talk about bad about Queen. If it's Elvis, you can't talk about bad about Elvis. It's obnoxious.
This is fantastic. It's my second favorite movie of the year. I don't think unless Wonka blows me out of the water. I know I'm going to enjoy Wonka, but unless that blows me out of the water, I think maybe that or The Holdovers. I think The Holdovers could probably do it for me. But I think it's pretty solid in second place for me. The ending does not work super well for me. I wanted to give it 5 stars, but the ending just like hit me. And I'm like, this did not work. It felt very rushed and out of nowhere. And I did not like that. I'm probably going to see this Monday again, so maybe I'll feel differently the second time. But like, it just did not work. That ending just felt super abrupt and rushed. and not a good way. But besides that, I think it's a perfect film. I think it's very good. Then I watched the 12-minute documentary about the new Beatles song that just released. It's just kind of like continuing on the Get Back type of thing. It was good. And then I didn't log it because I'm not done with it yet, but I'm halfway through the Stallone documentary that dropped on Netflix. So that's what I've seen. Let me pull up yours, Zach. How do you feel about what you watched this month, Zach? Did you feel like you watched quite a bit?
I could have watched more, but I watched a lot still.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a week there where I didn't watch anything. I'm not sure why. But yeah, I could have watched like 10 more movies.
Okay, so I'm going to say that we start with the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that's where we stopped.
Okay.
Wait, no, it wasn't.
Was it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, we need to start on Alien. I remember Alien was the last thing that we talked about.
Okay.
But because like I remember you talking about Amity Horror. I remember you just got done watching that.
Yeah, those were rough.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, starting with Alien, Zach.
I mean, classic. I don't know if I count it as a true-on horror movie. That's why I didn't watch it in October. Mm-hmm. It was still September. So, I mean, it's definitely a horror movie. Don't get me wrong. But you know what I mean? Like, when I hear October, I don't think of Alien as an essential watch. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's... I mean, you could make an argument either way, I guess.
It's the most horror of any of in the franchise. Like,
yes. Like,
Prometheus, I would say that the last one, whatever it was called, wasn't it Salvation? Covenant? Yeah. I thought Covenant had a bunch of horror vibes in it.
Yeah, Covenant was more like a slasher.
I love that movie. Covenant was fantastic. I remember seeing that in theaters. I really enjoyed that.
I don't know if I would say I loved it, but I do like Covenant a lot more than most people do. I definitely like it more than Prometheus, whatever it's called.
I don't care for it. Oh yeah, I was just looking this up because I wanted to confirm myself. So the actress that plays Priscilla, who I'm in love with, she's going to be in the new Alien movie. So I'm in. Even more in now.
Is that the one that Alvarez is doing?
Yep.
Didn't even know it existed until like a week ago. I was like, what the heck?
Okay. Then you watched Annabelle with 1 star, Zach.
Yeah, that was a rough watch. I knew it was gonna be rough. It was rough. Like very rough. Not good. Had one good scene in it. And they even pulled back on the scene. Like if it was, they made it where like she was gonna kill her daughter or something, and it looked like she killed her daughter, but it was just the doll. It was like, it was not a very good movie.
I've always heard that the sequel is better.
Oh yeah, and I watched that next, I think.
No, you watched the Man in the Arena, Tom Brady.
Oh, I was watching that all week. It's a TV, like a document series. It's very good. Only thing on ESPN Plus that's really worth watching, I think. Unless if you like 30 for 30s, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Man in the Arena was fantastic. And I'm not a big Tom Brady lover at all. It was very interesting to watch.
Okay,
it's like The Last Dance almost.
Which I have not seen. I kind of want to watch though. It's not on any streaming, by the way. The Last Dance is not on any streaming.
It's not on Netflix?
No, it isn't.
It's on ESPN Plus then.
Yeah, I'm not paying ESPN Plus to watch The Last Dance.
Free trial.
Then you watched Annabelle Creation.
Yeah. So much better. I mean, not even compare. I mean, I think I gave it like a 4.5 stars.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I saw this in the theater. I was still in the wrapping, so I've never like rewatched it. I was really impressed how well it is. Like David S. Sandberg, the Shazam director, did this one. I love his horror movies. They're just they have that James Wan look, and I like this. Like this one has a scene in the daylight. You're like, oh, against the rules. Usually daylight for these, types of horror movies. You're safe and kind of like, oh, but yeah. Annabelle Creations is actually really good. Recommend it.
Did you watch Saw X? I want to re-review. Oh, X marks the spot is what you said.
Good review, right?
Yeah. What did you think of this movie?
That was fine. I've never seen it. I've seen 1 and 2, I think. Well, I saw Spiral.
That's the only one you need to watch.
For this movie. This one's not bad. I mean, it's what you expect, I guess. I tried to give you a real story. I mean, that's why I gave it 3 out of 5. I was like, I tried to, it made Jigsaw the more of the hero in this one. When I was watching, I was like, isn't he the bad guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, nothing much to say about. I mean, it's a Saw movie. The best part of the movie is the person they're chained in or whatever.
Yeah.
They need to get out, and to reach the keys, she opens this one dead woman's chest to get her intestines and use the intestines like a rope. It was awesome.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
That was great. It was the best scene of the year.
Then you watched Lights Out, which I hear is really
David
good.
S. Sandberg again. Yeah. I really do love Lights Out a lot. The
only reason I know about it is because it came out in 2016. 2016, Comic-Con. This was the talk of the town that year. I remember.
Mm-hmm. But the trailer.
Trailer. And I think it just they had a special screening at Comic-Con for it too as well. So it was the talk of the town, that movie, I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it had a early hype, then people, whenever something gets a little popular. I mean, it's no means I wouldn't, make fun of you didn't like Lights Out, but I mean, I think Lights Out is kind of scary, and I mean, it's the biggest thing with the movie is somehow the lights always go out. That's the biggest critique I could say about the movie. Somehow the lights, are always coming out, the power or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's just part of horror movies. They have these weird things that always happen.
Then you watched It. And I'll just say you watched It Chapter 2 as well, right after.
Yep. I see them as one movie, to be honest. So I always have to watch both.
I'm one of the few that likes Chapter 2 more. No, not more. I like Chapter 2, I should say.
I mean, I don't think... I mean, I like both of them a lot. I mean, the first one's one of my favorite horror movies ever. Mm-hmm. But 2, I think 2 is really good, too. I think it gets a lot of hate for no reason. Yeah. I mean, it has its moments. Like the guy who kills himself, they try to make it a happy ending for him, that he killed himself. That's a bit weird. But, but besides that and a few, the ending's a pretty weak, but the book's the same way, so. They definitely had the harder task with the second one.
Yeah. Then you watched Get Out.
Yeah.
And then Nope, right after that as well. And not Nope, sorry, Us. I saw Get Out and I instantly went to Nope. Nope's my favorite of all of them.
Yep, so. I watched all 3 of them. I think not in the same day, but
there's a couple between Nope. Yeah.
But yeah, I watched all 3 of them. I mean, Get Out's my favorite of the I'll just say trilogy, even though they're not connected at all.
At all. Not even.
No. But no, Get Out is. I mean, it amazes me how good that movie is to me. Every time I watch it, I like it more and more and more.
Get Out?
Get Out. It's
I love Get Out's opening. There's the Redbone moment. Daylight. And it opens with that song. I love it so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where they take out the one guy. But no, yeah. I mean, all 3 of those movies I like a lot. I think Us is the weakest one out of all of them.
Thank you very much. I do not like Us.
I mean, I like Us a lot. I think it's a fun slasher, but I'd rather watch Get Out than Nope, than Us.
Yeah. Then you watch Insidious Chapter 2,
Yep.
which
So
I hear is the
wanted,
best one, right? That's the best one of them.
I
Insidious
would, I
movies.
would, I would say so. I just wanted to watch. It was either I was gonna watch one or two, and I rewatched one like 2 years ago. I was like, I haven't seen two in a while.
Mhm.
So I landed with two.
Are you ever gonna
It's
watch
really,
The
really
Red
good.
Door?
I don't think I've ever seen four. I've seen Insidious 3. I didn't care for it, so I never watched 4. So Red Door's
We need
5.
someone for
So
Guideline to cover The Red Door. People are cramming for it.
yeah, I don't know who would be craving. But no, Insidious 2 is great. I don't know if you could make it through it, but if you could, it is a good horror movie.
Yeah, I hear it's good. Then you watch Dumb Money, a movie I do want to see, but never got to the theaters to see because our boy's in it.
Is it in streaming yet?
No, dude, I really want to watch it. Like I would watch it by now if it was. Trust me.
It's definitely not. I can see why because how theaters are now. This is not really a theater movie. I get why it didn't do great.
Is our boy
but
good in it though? Is he good?
everyone's good in it. I mean, he's
Okay.
not. I mean, he's not really. I mean, he's in it obviously, but he's not like a main role. I mean, he's definitely
Sure.
like a fourth main character, if even that.
I can watch it Tuesday. It comes out Tuesday, so I will
Oh,
watch
does
it at
it?
that point. Yeah,
Is
I'm
it
excited
like
for it.
on iTunes or is that
Like on
like?
iTunes, yeah, iTunes.
Okay, I was hoping maybe like HBO. I'd rewatch it.
Okay. Then you watch Nope, which we already had I love Nope so much.
Yeah.
One of my favorites of last year. Then you watch Haunted Mansion, which I thought was a delight. I really liked Haunted Mansion.
So surprised by the negative reviews.
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
good, isn't it? It's like like it's nothing to write home about, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be like it's the great, but the original isn't very beloved or anything at all either. So it's one of those like can't like I thought it was they tried to make it a good movie. Like they actually tried to make a good viable
and
movie.
I feel like it felt like
and Owen Wilson. Oh my
Yeah.
god, he was killer in that movie.
it felt like early like 2000 like adventure movies like Journey to Center of the Earth, the original Haunted Mansion, stuff like in that vein, which what Disney has been trying to recreate with all like the ride based movies, right? Like Jungle Cruise, which I did enjoy, but I feel like this one did it the best. Like this one felt like those early 2000s.
And I think it got the worst reviews out of all of them.
Yeah, which is
like I saw it was like 35% or so. I know that the score doesn't mean much, but I was still like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be in the 60s, maybe 50s. But yeah, it's like 35.
I enjoy the hell out of this movie, man. Like I thought, like I usually hate on Disney all the time, and I really did enjoy this movie. Like it sucked because I feel like it could have done a little bit better without the strike, but what can you do?
No, yeah. I felt like this was like once the strike was going down, they're like, okay, we're just gonna push this on Disney Plus.
What's gonna happen is every once or every 2 years there's a movie that comes out that no one watches and people are like, oh, this is enjoyable. That's what this movie's going to be. Like this movie, people are going to come back to it, oh, I really did enjoy that. I'm like, oh, I told you, like when it first came out, like it's definitely one of those movies. 100% it is.
Make top 10 or anything like for me, but I mean it was
yeah
very viable. It's a good entry horror movie that we don't get that much of for like like younger kids.
Yeah. Then you watch the Scream franchise, which I'm actually going to do soon, watching 6, because I need to rewatch 6 to where it places on my top 10, because that movie's so fucking good.
Yeah.
But yeah, any thoughts on this time rewatching it?
No, I think we've done so many reviews on them.
We talk about it shit.
I mean, I'll probably rewatch 6 before the end of the year as well, just to see if it's where it will rank. But yeah, I mean, I think 6 is probably my second favorite out of all of them. I think
it is. It goes 1, 6. I would say, surprisingly, I would say 4, 2, and 3.
The one thing I did notice on this rewatch, if I'm ranking them, I think if I'm going by my enjoyment, like I'd rather, I want to watch it like watching order, not like quality. I think 2's my least favorite.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about their love for 2, and I don't really understand why.
Like, I think it's really good, and it's so similar to the first one, and I think 6 is a better version
good,
of
dude.
2.
I love 6
so it kind of hurts 2 in a way, and I'm like, I'd rather watch 3. I'd rather watch the them going to Hollywood kind of deal. I think 3 has a lot of fun stuff that goes on, even though it got hated on when it came out.
I'm just happy with 6, right? Because I was one of the few that came out of 5, and I was like, you know what, it was good, but like felt like something missing for me for some reason. Then 6 came out and blew me out of the water. Like I feel like 6 was fantastic. So like, yeah, I'm just happy for that reason. Yeah, I love 6. It's not a matter of if it will be on my top 10. It will 100% be on my top 10, just a matter of where is what it is now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then you watched one of my favorite movies as growing up, Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase. This movie goes so hard. I love it so much. I love it so much.
Yeah, I saw it on sale. I think maybe on Amazon, like that second version of Amazon Day or something. It was like $6. I was like, I'll buy this. I haven't watched this since
it's so good.
VHS. It was fun.
Yeah, I love Cyber Chase, man. I love it so much.
It's like the only like animated Scooby-Doo movie like I visually like remember. Like
I remember
the others,
that one.
I'm sure I've watched a few of them, but this is the only one that stood out to me.
You probably remember this one and Zombie Island. Zombie Island's pretty iconic.
I don't remember Zombie Island.
Or Loch Ness Monster was one I remember growing up a shit
ton. I can't. Yeah, this is literally the only one. Maybe because the virus guy is so.
They should make a live action Cyber Chase. I would be totally in. Like,
I don't know if anything Scooby-Doo does well anymore. It seems like.
Yeah, that new animated Scooby-Doo movie is awful.
And they scrapped like Scoob 2 or whatever it was called.
It was like Christmas special type shit thing. Yeah. I love Scooby-Doo. I always support everything Scooby-Doo that comes out. So, I just love Scooby-Doo. Next, you watch a movie that I'm honestly probably gonna catch on streaming. Like I don't have the need to go see this movie right now because there's a ton more that I'm actually more interested in, and that is Killers of the Flower Moon. You gave it no stars.
I didn't feel like I could rate it. Not a bad movie. I thought so. The performances.
It's because they shot it in Oklahoma. Just say it. Just fucking say it. That's the reason you hate it so much.
No. But no, so it's one of those I wanted to love so badly, and I was just so bored during it. Like I've never been, like I won't say never been bored in a Scorsese movie because I think Age of Innocence or whatever it's called is just not my type, not my type of movie. So it's boring.
But what about like Irishman? Because like there's not much that happened, and I like Irishman too, but there's not much that happens in Irishman.
Like to me, like Irishman, this is like my hot Scorsese take. I think that may be top 5 Scorsese for me. I love Irishman so much.
The Color of Money better be top 5.
But no, like this movie, I felt like I've seen it before. It's they say it's not like his types of movies. It's basically Goodfellas with killing Native Americans. That's what it is. It's like the rise and fall. It's just so it didn't interest me at all. Like I'm like, yeah, white people do terrible things to Native Americans always. Like, why is this a shock to
this
all
hasn't
these
been
people?
told though. This hasn't been told before though, Zach.
I guess I don't. The story doesn't mean like the actual story itself doesn't automatically make it a great movie. I ran into this with I can't remember what it was. But it was one of the movies where like the story, it's important to be told, but it doesn't automatically make it a 10 out of 10 or like a Best Picture winner. I was trying to think of what that happened before. I can't think of the name of the movie.
I'm
but
trying to rack my brain.
This one was just it came to me boring. I don't like that it was told in the perspective of Leo and De Niro's character. It should have been the Native Americans' characters, because
that's a common complaint I have heard from
they're killing all these people. I don't know anything about who they're killing. I couldn't tell you any of the people's names. Like the you probably know the actress's name, the main
Lily
Native
Gladstone.
American.
Yeah, Lily
she's
Gladstone.
Great in the movie, but she has nothing to do in the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just came down to I didn't believe Leo's character was in love with her, and it just
So you didn't feel the chemistry. That's what you're saying.
Yeah and no, like it was. Yeah, and like if they could have portrayed it differently, I guess. I'm trying not to spoil it, just because I mean it's real story. I mean, but
a lot of fucking people died. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and it was just such a bummer that I didn't like this movie. I looked at my clock like 6 times during it. Yeah, like I said, if it was in the perspective of Lily Gladstone was like the main character, seen through her eyes, I think this movie would be great.
Okay.
But they needed to sell Leo and De Niro. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
I've heard the same complaints from a lot of people.
I've seen a lot of Roca's tweets, and I agree with a lot of what he says.
Yeah.
With
apparently
this movie.
Brendan Fraser's performance is insane.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm so curious for that reason.
Oh my god. He comes on screen. I died laughing.
Oh no. I love Brendan Fraser.
Like it's one of those, like, I don't know if he was not good in the movie or if that's just how the real life character was. But the way they introduced this character, I mean, we're like in hour 3 of this movie, and all of a sudden you just get this like dolly zoom like on Brendan Fraser, and he's like screaming at the people like, ah! What? And like it was just hilarious. I laughed during it.
I'm so curious to see.
Have you seen any of the tweets about it? There's a few good tweets. He's like I saw one. I don't know if I have it still.
Rant on Brendan Fraser.
Oh no, these are like funny tweets. Like the one was like, I don't have it anymore, I don't think. But it was like this lady was on her phone the whole time of the movie, but then Brendan Fraser came up. She yelled, "Holy shit, that's the whale!" But yeah, he's when Brendan Fraser comes on screen, I'll say that.
I'm so curious to see what it's like. Then you watched Candyman original and remake.
Yep. I've never seen the original.
Well,
Candyman.
You liked it better. You liked it better than the remake.
Yeah, so it makes the remake or whatever, because it's kind of like one of those sequel things
Legacy
to the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, requel as they call it. The requel makes a lot more sense, because I remember seeing the remake thing in theaters, and I was like, what is this? They're turning into Candyman? What? Isn't Candyman a person? Like I was so confused during watching that movie. It makes sense now. But no, the original Candyman is fantastic. Highly recommend. Like one of the more unique slasher movies I've seen, and it's 30 years old.
Did they sing the Candyman song from Willy Wonka in it? The Candyman can.
Maybe part of it. I can't remember. But no, I think you would really like the original, because it's like, it's like a classic 90s slasher movie, so it's not really like scary, but yeah.
Then you watched a movie that I've never heard of, Prince of Darkness.
Okay, so this is John Carpenter. I've heard of this movie for a long time, but never watched it because I thought it was about werewolves.
Yeah.
Or like or vampires. I kind of combined them too, like werewolves and vampires.
Yeah.
That's why I never watched it, because the cover kind of looks like one.
Yeah, it looks weird. Yeah.
It's not.
What is it?
It's not. It's like like it feels like a different version of The Thing, and I loved it so much. It was 100% you have to watch this movie. It's one of my favorite Carpenter movies.
Yeah, you gave it almost a perfect
yeah,
score.
yeah, I loved it so much. Like I said, it reminded me of The Thing so much, without feeling like he's just doing the same thing. But no, this movie was a lot of fun to watch, and yeah, I highly recommend it. It's always on streaming.
Okay. Another movie I've never heard of. In the Mouth of Madness.
This is another John Carpenter movie. I went on a little Carpenter.
Oh, Sam Neill's in it.
Yep. It's like, think about this one's like, it kind of feels like a Stephen King book or like adaptation.
Hayden Christensen?
He's not really in it. He's in it, but he's not.
His
really.
name is Paperboy.
Yeah, he shows up for a second, but yeah, this one's really good as well. These two are like his Carpenter's like lesser known great movies. You know what I mean? Like it's not They Live, Halloween, or The Thing, or like Escape New York. It's like his smaller horror movies that people don't talk about.
I don't think I've ever seen a Carpenter movie.
Really? You've never seen the original Halloween?
Oh yeah. Okay, I've seen that. That's the only. Okay, yeah, I've seen Big Trouble in Little China. I've seen that one as well.
Yep.
Okay, those are the only two I've seen. Okay.
Yeah. Love Carpenter.
I do want to watch The Thing eventually, and Escape from New York seems right up my alley as well.
Oh yeah, Escape from New York is so good.
Yeah.
I think you would love. I think you would love that movie. Yeah.
Speaking of The Thing, didn't you watch The Thing?
Yep, fantastic. I love The Thing.
Yeah, I want to see the
remake
remake
you've
too.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I want to see the remake of The Thing too because I heard that's pretty decent as well.
Actually, the remake's a prequel of The Thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't care for that prequel that much. It's fine, but no, this the original The Thing is. I love it more and more I watch it. I love the characters. It's so unique and like suspenseful. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, this is like my favorite Kurt Russell movie. It's just I can't believe you've never seen it.
No, I want to see it. It's one of the ones that like I need to get to.
Because like I don't consider it really scary. I mean, all the scary part, like quote unquote horror parts, you've probably seen.
Yeah, with the head and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that so many times. Yeah, and then the people like blowing up and stuff. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, the Thing you have to watch. It's like a must watch for everybody. I feel like.
Yeah, I need to get to some of his stuff. Then you watch the Conjuring franchise 1, 2, and 3. What a stupid title. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. What a fucking long ass stupid title.
It's not a great title.
That came out 2021. That felt like that came out like 2018. Like
they made it The Devil Made Me Do It because that was the name of the court case that it was aligned with, because it's all of the main three Conjuring movies are based on true events. The guy got off a murder.
Another one I want to eventually watch is the first Conjuring. Like I want to watch that.
So the first Conjuring, like every time I watch it's one of my favorite movies of all time, but it's one of the only movies I'll actually call like a masterpiece. I love that movie much. The way it looks, the score, just everything about the characters. It's perfect to me.
I remember when this came out in 2013, so I was 13 years old, and we were going to the movies, but we couldn't find our theaters, so we walked into one, and it was the snapping scene from this movie.
Oh yeah.
Scared the living shit out of me. I didn't stay for the whole scene, but just what I saw was like fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah. The Conjuring. I almost rewatched it on Halloween because I was like, I know I just rewatched it, but I was like, oh, it's just so good. I love it so much. It has like, it's like a haunted house movie combined with like an Exorcist movie, like, or possession movie, however you want to say it. It's just so good, and like I said, the way the movie looks, I love the way it looks and all. It's just so good.
Yeah, that's one I
I don't know
eventually
if
want to watch.
I don't know if you'd be able to make it through it if you really don't like horror that much.
I don't like
Like, you get
demons and
scared
shit.
from it.
I don't like demons and shit. You know, it's not my
I
thing.
mean, technically, it's demons. But it makes it even scarier because it's based on true story and stuff. Just everything about the first Conjuring, I
would be
love
like
to.
more likely to watch Hill House before watching that first. You know, like, I would be like watching like the Haunting of Hill House before I watch like the Conjuring.
Yeah, I think the Conjuring's a lot scarier than that show.
But that's the point. That's the point I'm making. Then you watch The Nun 2, which I've heard it's very divisive.
Never seen the first one.
Oh, wow, okay.
But yeah, I didn't like it. It was not. It lost that like it didn't even look like a Conjuring. Like the good Conjuring movies, like universe movies, have a look to them, and this one just didn't have that look. I didn't care for it. I didn't find it very, like suspenseful, and I just checked out by the end of it.
You're going to be getting a third because I made a shit ton of money.
Oh yeah. But yeah, those movies make like literally cost $20 million. They make 200 easily.
It's something that I've never understood with the film, like just normal people in general. Like I'll talk to like people that never go to the movies, and like if I bring up something that's popular, like they're like maybe they heard of it, but they'll go to theaters to watch movies like this or like Countdown that came out like 2 years ago.
Or like Kill Countdown or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Like they'll go to the movies to see these real like weird horror movies, which I never understood. So like it just they make so much money. I just don't understand it. Like one horror movie. I want to watch Talk to Me. I want to watch Talk to Me quite a bit actually. So, have you seen Talk to Me?
I have not.
Okay.
My only assumption of why people like go to the theater to see these is I guess they may think it's more scary in a theater. That would be my only guess.
Or like there's something to do, you know, like
because like for instance, we like Dumb Money. Why would I don't see The Nun 2 as a movie theater movie. I don't see that Dumb Money as either. But people went and saw The Nun 2
in droves. In droves, they saw The Nun 2. Did you watch Psycho?
Yep. Original.
It's great.
It's classic for a reason.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, it's almost as good as you can get.
Then you watched Last Night in Soho, my boy Edgar Wright. I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, I think it may be my favorite Wright movie.
You're fucking insane.
I mean, I like Shaun of the Dead a lot, but I feel like
Baby Driver.
I'd rather watch Zombieland. Oh yeah, Baby Driver would be like last on the list.
What?
Yeah, I would. I don't care to see that movie again.
You're insane.
No, I'd much rather
Scott Pilgrim.
Watch...
Don't get me wrong. I love Last Night in Soho. I really do love that movie, but I think there's so many better movies he's had.
I'm not a diehard, right? Like I know, like people our age love, like worship him.
I do. I do worship him. Yeah, he's great.
I don't. I have fun with a lot of his movies. I just don't usually rewatch them as much.
Yeah. Then you watch Poltergeist.
Yep. Yeah, it was this or E.T. And I went with
such a weird.
No, it's
such a weird conversation to have to yourself. I mean, demonic or little alien creature that eats Reese's Pieces.
Well, that Spielberg wrote both. I don't know if he wrote E.T. or not, but he wrote Poltergeist. It has a very good Spielberg feel. That's why I was like, I'll watch Poltergeist. I haven't seen it in a long time.
That's fucking hilarious to me. Poltergeist or E.T.
I think this is the first October I didn't watch E.T. in like 3 or 4 or 5 years. I know. I'm a fake fan.
Yeah, you talk so much about your boy. Then you watched Halloween.
Yep. Still, I mean, I think it's gone down on my like all-time favorite list because I think it's the original, so it's hard to knock it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was having that conversation with someone. I was like, it's good because it created the cliches, but I think it's been done better, possibly, or could be done better.
I thought the
don't know.
requel did a very good job, I thought it was.
Oh yeah, I love the 2018
Yeah,
one a lot.
The other twos are awful.
I feel like if End was better, Kills, I'd rewatch Kills a lot
No, dude,
more,
it was just people saying "Evil dies tonight" and walking.
I know
around.
exactly. It's hilarious.
It's so fucking stupid.
Like if someone was like, "I want to see Michael Myers kill a bunch of people," now I would say watch Halloween Kills, because I mean he kills a lot of people in that movie.
Yeah. Then you watched finally a movie I thought you would never watch, and I'm surprised and pleasantly surprised. Barbie, and you give it 4 stars, Zach.
Yeah. Well, no, I was not gonna see it in theaters. That was my rule. I was waiting until it went on Blu-ray, and then I was like, okay, I'll try to see if it goes on sale in the next few weeks, and if the 4K hit $25, so I bought it.
And I
thought it was really funny.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny.
And you're like, nah, yeah, I'm not gonna watch no damn Barbie movie. You sound like you were fucking
theaters. In theaters. I'm not gonna go see that in theaters.
It was a great experience to see in theaters. It was fantastic.
No, it was a good movie. I mean, men are terrible, but I guess that's the only thing I could say about the movie. I mean, that's what it was going for, though. So it's hard to knock it, and the movie wasn't made for me. So, but yeah,
You're the demographic.
For sure. Yeah, seeing Margot Robbie in short skirts, perfect.
You know, I hate you sometimes.
I mean, they all wore short skirts. I mean, I was all in on it. So, I mean, yeah, I guess it was made for me.
What were you made for, Zach? What were you made
for? And there was a good feet shot of Margot's. I mean, it was good.
Okay, Tarantino. Did you watch The Fabelmans? I don't know why you would rewatch The Fabelmans, but yeah.
Why wouldn't I watch The Fabelmans? That's the real question.
Where's your fucking rewatch of West Side Story? I haven't seen that happen yet.
Yeah, it happened a few months ago, actually.
Oh,
Where have you been?
Let me just go back and watch our old streams.
No, I definitely watched West Side Story this year. I actually, after watching it, I was like, I should rewatch West Side Story.
My God.
True story.
You're gonna get off here and watch fucking West Side Story.
Nah, but no, I love The Fabelman. I was talking about it with someone. I was like I always like this movie because it doesn't feel like a Spielberg movie. Like it's not his typical type of movie.
Yeah.
I think in our original review I said it felt like a Richard Linklater movie.
Yeah, it does. And it does feel like a Boyhood-esque type.
And I mean, I love Boyhood. So I mean, so much with this movie I like a lot. So I don't know if it's not top 5 Spielberg by any means, but it feels really personal to him, and it's a really neat story.
And then to round out the month, you watch Spider-Man No Way Home again.
In theaters. And my review says it's not. And my Letterboxd review says it's not cinema because it's apparently not.
It isn't because it's not that good of a movie. You're only saying that because Andrew Garfield and fucking Tobey Maguire are there and other freaking things. Yeah, it's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. I don't care. It's an okay movie. It's an okay movie.
They don't even have to be in it.
I felt zero emotion when Aunt May died. Zero emotion. Yes, it did not hit, and most people agree with that.
I don't think so. It hits for me.
Oh my God.
No,
you're a Marvel fanboy. You're gonna be there day one for fucking Marvels, and you're gonna be like, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know, fucking.
I mean, the last thing they put out was Secret Invasion. I did not like that at all.
Fucking Loki. Loki's the last thing they put out. Did you see that? Did you see the Echo trailer? Did you see the Echo trailer?
No, I don't watch trailers.
People are losing their pants over that little trailer.
All I know is it's MA or whatever, TVMA, which means absolutely nothing.
Who gives a shit? Fucking. Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home is not good. I don't like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I've said it multiple times, and I'll continue to say it. I'm excited to see what he does for the future, but that's another story. Okay, everyone. As we always do towards the end, we look at what's coming out in November.
Nothing.
Oh, tons of things. What do you mean?
Not much.
Oscar movies.
Oh boy.
You can say oh boy. Cinema. You can say oh boy, but you end up watching them anyways.
I mean, I watch them, but I don't think there's anything besides the killers I'm really.
It's not plural. It's killer. The killer. It's not the killers.
Same thing.
No, it isn't.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, it's
he kills
not the
multiple
same thing.
people in the movie.
Yeah, spoilers. God, fucking. Okay, so released this weekend, of course, was Priscilla, and then the new Meg Ryan rom-com that she directed called What Happens Later, which I do want to eventually check out. I was gonna watch it. Plans fell through yesterday, but they did not fall through. So I'll probably catch that in streaming. It says Holdovers is listed here, but that's not right. It did not release this weekend. I'm seeing that next week. Fingernails, which is a new movie on Apple TV, I think, with Riz Ahmed, Jessie Buckley, Cate Blanchett. So I might check that out. A Naiad, which is getting a lot of good reviews, dropped on Netflix this week. Then the Sylvester Stallone movie dropped as well. Like his documentary type of thing.
I was gonna say I don't remember a Stallone movie drop.
Yeah. Okay, so the November 10th, we have The Holdovers, like I said. It's a Wonderful Knife, which is like a Christmas slasher movie. And then The Marvels. I will be only seeing one of those that weekend, and that will be The Holdovers. So, and apparently Killer drops then 2, but that must be its theater run, because I'm pretty sure it's doing a theater run, right?
It's the theater run. It's a very limited.
Yeah.
There was only one theater here playing it, and I heard it was not in a good area, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go see it then.
Okay.
And I heard that the screen itself was really small, so I was like, what's the use?
This website fucking sucks. Okay, so then November 17th, pretty big weekend. We have the new Hunger Games movie. I have my tickets. And then also that same weekend we had the Thanksgiving slasher movie. And I'm going those both on the Thursday, so the 16th. So I'm going to go from Hunger Games to the Thanksgiving movie that same day. I'm excited for that. Also, coming out that weekend, we have the Trolls 3 movie, which I'm pretty sure neither of us are going to see, so you're going to have to go somewhere else for that. Then we have Next Goal Wins, the Michael Fassbender Taika Waititi movie, which I want to see because I love Taika Waititi as a director. Then Saltburn, another movie I really want to see, which has a stats cast. Mainly, I want to see it for Rosamund Pike, though. So that's the same director as Promising Young Woman as well. So then we have May-December, which is like a new Oscar baiting movie with Natalie Portman and what the fuck is her name? I could see her face on the Julianne Moore. There we go. Then we have Monarch, which is like the TV show sequel to the Godzilla and Kong movie.
Is that a sequel? I was trying to figure that out.
It's like a prequel, I think, maybe, or like in the middle of.
I saw John Goodman in it, I thought, but then like I looked on IMDb, which isn't very, it's not very accurate, I guess, but it didn't say followed up by or any of that fun stuff. So I was like,
Again, I hate this franchise. I don't know why I keep on watching it, but I hear it's good as Kurt Russell, so I'll probably give it a watch.
And his son.
Yeah, which I like him too. Anything else? Okay, so then we had the new Disney like princess movie Wish.
Oh boy.
Then Napoleon drops as well. I'm assuming that's its theater run.
Yeah, that's actually getting a theater run. It sounds like too. I saw IMAX stuff about it.
And then the Leave World Behind as well. Good Burger 2.
Oh boy.
Maestro, which I'm assuming that's where it's getting a run too. Which I might go see that in theaters. Maestro.
Is that getting an actual theater like that we would get?
Maybe.
I wouldn't put money. Maybe, but
if
I wouldn't
it does,
put money
I would like
on
to
it.
see
That's
it.
what
I would
I'm
like
saying.
to see it. I would like to see it if it does.
I hope it does.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting my money on it.
Okay, so that looks like that is all. So everyone here, just so you kind of know the roundup, we have things that are either getting a limited run in theaters and then will end up on streaming. We have quite a few of those this month. We have a bunch of Oscar movies that will not go to streaming until like February of next year that are Oscar talk movies. And then a couple big ones. So I'm excited. Probably the busiest weekend for me this month will be the 16th, which is the Hunger Games and Thanksgiving on the same day. Talking about a combo too. Fucking like Hunger Games where people go into arena and murder each other, and then like Thanksgiving where people get like fucking killed by like corn shucks. Like it'd be an interesting time, but I'm excited for both. I really am. And then Holdovers, of course, I'm excited for. Yeah. So I'm assuming the one you're most excited for is Killers and Marvel, right? Marvels.
I mean, I'm seeing the Marvels, but I mean, I can't. I mean, I like the I think I said that the other day to you. I like the trailers. The trailer played before the one today. I was like, the trailer looks fine to me. I don't know if it's because it's a Beastie Boys song or not, but I mean, and I like Miss Marvel a lot, but
the thing is Beastie Boys has been played so many times this year where it doesn't hit the same. Beastie Boys was in the Mario movie. The Beastie Boys was in the Mario movie, and it was also in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
I remember the Guardians, but yeah, I mean, I did see Mario, but don't remember.
Literally at the beginning of the movie when they're running through New York.
But it's probably because Beastie Boys, all their like big songs all sound not the same, but very similar.
My favorite Beastie Boys placement ever is in Star Trek Beyond.
I can't even think. I mean, I like the Guardians one. I mean, I remember the Beyond one, obviously.
Yeah.
But
great.
But no, I mean,
I'm a big Beastie Boys fan. I love them. It's just it's been played too much where it doesn't have the same effect. It's too
trying
much.
to think. I mean, the Killer it definitely is probably top of mind, but like the Bradley Cooper one, the whatever it's called.
Maestro.
I mean, really looking forward to that. I've heard really good things about it. But I mean, yeah, the Hunger Games one too, I guess. I mean, there's plenty of stuff coming out. I just with the actor strike. I mean, Dune was supposed to come out and all types of.
Are you wanting to see
stuff.
Holdovers?
Oh, I'll see it. Yeah. I mean, I could have saw it last week, but that's the what's
Giamatti.
Yeah. Could have saw it last week.
Did I tell you the story that I saw him at South by Southwest, right?
Paul Giamatti?
Yeah. So I was sitting outside to go watch Flaming Hot, about the Hot Cheetos story. And I was just sitting there on my phone and I look up, I see this old man and I'm like, oh, okay, it's an old man. I look back on my phone. I'm like, wait, hold the fuck. So I look up and we make eye contact. Then he keeps on walking. And I'm like, I could have sworn that fucker looks like Paul Giamatti. So I talked to the people I met there. I'm like, hey, does Paul Giamatti have like something here? And like, yeah, he does. I'm like, holy shit. I fucking saw Paul Giamatti. Just like walking around the street. That's insane. and and he's getting talked about being nominated for an Oscar for this fucking movie. So like that would be I was that close to a fucking Oscar winner or nominated person. But still, it's fucking cool.
I mean, he's been nominated before, right?
Yeah, for Sideways. Sideways, right?
Yeah. Maybe something else too. I can't remember. He's always good in movies.
I love Paul Giamatti. He's just been doing TV lately.
It's everybody though.
Paul Giamatti Oscars.
Big Mama's House 1. He's great in that one.
Oh my god! Don't ever say that to me ever again.
Come on, that's a good pull.
Oh, he was not nominated for Sideways. He was nominated
right?
Yeah, he was nominated for Cinderella Man. I didn't know he was in Cinderella Man.
Oh yeah, he's the quote unquote evil guy.
Oh, okay.
Like the evil agent, I guess you'd call him, I think.
Okay, he's been nominated quite a bit, but like for the Oscars, that's the only one.
I figured.
But like,
okay.
He's been nominated for like Sideways, John Adams. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that TV show.
He's been nominated for a couple things. Downton Abbey. He was in Downton Abbey. Oh, okay.
Everyone was.
Dude,
he probably played John Adams in it.
That's one thing I could say to my deathbed. I saw both Downton Abbey movies in theaters.
I don't know if I'd tell people
without watching the show. It's the equivalent of you watching fucking Barbershop 3 before watching the other two.
I don't know. That one's pretty worse. I mean, there's a lot of seasons. There's only 2 movies.
Those are good movies too.
Yeah, Barbershop? Yeah.
No, the Downton Abbey movies.
I'm glad you agree with me.
Yeah, I've become a massive fan. That's what I was doing. I lied to you. I didn't go to the Netherlands. I stayed on my ass and just watched Barbershop.
I mean, you've been doing yourself a favor. I mean, classics. I mean, Nicki Minaj is in the third one. I mean, how can you get...
You haven't seen the spinoff yet.
No, I probably will pass on that one.
But you're a big fan. What do you mean?
Only if what's her name was in it? Nicki Minaj was in that one, I guess. I don't even like Nicki Minaj.
Oh, I thought you're a big. The way you're talking about it right now, it seems like you're a massive fan. Like when I think of Nicki Minaj, I think of you because of how like synonymous you are with her.
Right when I see Pink, I'm like, oh yeah.
That could be like interpreted many different ways, but yeah.
Is it? Isn't that just the name of her album?
No. Let me look up Nicki Minaj. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure that's the name of the album.
Let's see if she has a album called Pink.
Yeah, it's her first album.
Pink Friday is what it's called, not
That's
Pink.
Pretty close.
No, it isn't. You said Pink,
yeah.
Like the artist Pink.
No, I mean it's pretty close.
You need to go watch Priscilla. That's what you need to do with your life.
Sometime. But see, like for me, that doesn't even feel like a theater movie at this point.
You got to support our girl, Sofia Coppola. What are you doing?
Oh, it's fine. She'll be fine. Her dad's rich.
Isn't he making a movie? I think he's making a movie.
Yeah, he's making that Mega something.
Megapolis
or something. It has Mega in the name. That's all I know.
And Adam Driver's in it. Yeah.
Adam Driver. It's going to be a $300 million movie. I don't know who would give him that much money, but Tobey
Maguire's going to be in it as Spider-Man.
But no, I know the cast is huge. But there's he hasn't made a good movie in a long time.
I still have not watched fucking Babylon. How good is Tobey Maguire in Babylon?
Oh, just watch his scenes. Oh, they're awesome.
Is he a weirdo? Is he like a good creep?
A little bit. He's like I forget if he's on cocaine the whole time or something, but the character himself is hilarious.
He looks like he's sick in that. I've seen like how skinny he looks. He looks like he's like sick, like in the fucking scenes.
But no, Tobey Maguire's. I mean, he's literally only in 2 scenes of the movie, but he's hilarious in it. He needs to be in more stuff.
Okay. He's heard you.
I know.
You want a sequel to the fucking whatever Pleasantville? I think that's what it's called.
Pleasantville.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the one with Reese Witherspoon.
Nope, never seen it.
He's in it too. I think it's called Pleasantville.
I need Great Gatsby too.
No, we really don't. I don't
get Gatsby or
Can
whatever.
Can we go their entire life without another Baz Luhrmann movie? I'd be a very happy man.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think I've only seen Elvis of his movies, but
I've seen them.
I mean, I've seen Romeo and Juliet from school, but besides that,
wait, you watched that version? You watched that version for school?
In school, they sent that. Like they gave us that version to watch.
Wait, college or like high school?
High school.
That's baffling to me that's the version you got to watch.
Yeah, that's what they gave us. I don't know why.
I just don't like his editing style. I never have, never will. I'll just never get used to it.
No, yeah, his so much the color. He does some weird stuff. I own Great Gatsby, so I'll watch it one day.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, never seen it.
I read the book right before the movie came out because I was excited for it.
Yeah, I'll definitely not read the book. I can tell you that.
And what fucking sucked is like I did that. So I was like 13 when that came out. So that's when I read it. And then in high school, we reread and like deep dived for the fucking book again. So I'm like, I already fucking read this, man. Like,
yeah,
that happened multiple times. I had to read the book Animal Farm twice through my whole school experience.
I don't think I ever read a book that was for school.
Okay. That's where we're gonna end here. Thank you guys for watching another episode of this show. We'll be back at the end of November. Before December, we have one more month to go of 2023. Hopefully I've seen a lot more stuff. Hopefully Hunger Games is good and I'll be excited because I'll be extremely disappointed if it isn't. But before we end, I actually do want to say that like this is my favorite time of the year because like where throughout the year, yes, you'll go to the movies maybe once every 2 weeks or maybe once a week. But now it feels like a rush where you're like constantly like looking for showtimes of smaller movies and when you can see them because like if you don't get them now, then you're kind of fucked for a while and you can't see them, which is yeah, it just fucking sucks, but it's very fun. I love this time. I know Zack says he doesn't care about the Oscars. That's fine, but still this time is fun for him too. He'll deny it, but it's fun.
Depends. So like, I get annoyed with a lot of the press.
Have you seen Past Lives yet?
No.
Is
that a new movie?
Yeah, I want you to watch Past Lives. It's very good.
Oh, that's the Asian movie. No,
it's very good. Oh my. Okay. And that's where we're gonna end. Thank you guys for watching.
That was nothing bad. I was like, in my head, I was like,
it's the Asian movie. I'm not watching that. That sounds.
I wouldn't I watch that? I didn't say I wouldn't watch that.
That's what you said.
I said no. I said, oh, that's the Asian movie. I never said I'm not gonna watch that.
I thought that's what I heard.
No, I watch plenty of foreign movies.
I have no problem. That's what you said. It. I could have sworn that's what you fucking said.
No. No. Yeah, I've almost bought it a few times, but never did.
It's fantastic. It's still my favorite movie of the year. I don't think anything's going to surpass it. So, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. One more month till Wonka comes out. You know, I'm hyping that movie up. If that movie sucks, then Zack will never let it down.
Oh, no. Well, I won't know if it